This community has been called two things: ground zero and the epicenter of the drought.
Porterville, California, and more specifically East Porterville, a small town in central California with a concerning issue: water. East Porterville relied on a well system that initially sufficed until it failed after the lengthy California drought crippled the community.
Families here rely on water tanks and bottled water to deal with shortage and contamination. Many citizens are fortunate enough to receive the aid of their neighbors. Some Good Samaritans supply others with water, one of which being Donna Johnson.
Driving with Donna, we saw the first-hand effects of the water shortage. She told us of her experiences working here in East Porterville. She also took us to a few of her regular families along the way.
I thought I'd only be doing this about 3 months, and it's turned into 3.5 years, but I take water to them. Sometimes I take food or other donations. You just don't think about the different things without water, and clean water too. Watching your trees die, getting rid of your pets because you don't have any water for them. This house down the street, this little gal to her was on fire, and she had no water in her hose to even water down her house.
So as far as the city or the helping us out here fast enough, I think it's way slow. We're getting water delivered to this tank once a week. They cut that off. I mean, it helped, but then once it was gone, I mean, we felt more pressure on us. So yeah, we haven't heard. I mean, we did all the paperwork and everything. We're just on the waiting, on a waiting list. Even people in city water are out of water.
Other residents, even Donna, turned to denial.
How has this affected taking a shower or like washing dishes and watering your lawn?
No, I don't have no trouble.
Your well was dry last year, though. You had no water.
No, it wasn't the water pump that's a problem.
For months he tried to fix his well. He couldn't accept that it was dry. He sat there. I wanted to cry. My neighbor finally cornered me and said, "Donna, you had your well worked on." So he gave us a hose clear across our pasture, about 250 feet away. So that was pretty nice of him, and he passed away in the first 3 months of the drought.
Where have you been getting your water if you have no running water? At night, in the middle of the night, this guy will go to the park, to the pond, and get buckets of water. And I go, "Please tell me you're not drinking that water." He goes, "Oh, I'll boil it." And I go, "That cannot be. How are you drinking that water?" He goes, "That's all the water that I can get." Here, it's just becoming too difficult to support your family. I grew up without any shoes. There was no electricity in my home. And she told me everything that she never had. But she goes, "But we always have water."
Looking through Porterville, you just stumble upon houses like this sometimes. You know, people can't handle living without water. You know, relief doesn't come in time, and a lot of the time, people just move out. Houses will become abandoned just like this.
Not only is it kind of a public health crisis, but it's also a mental crisis. Like, it really messes with how you think and how you live, and it's really understandable that people would just leave for somewhere where they can have stability. And it's sad that some people, this is a town where a lot of migrant workers come, and it's sad that some people come here for that stability. At least where they came from, they had water, they had basic necessities. It's amazing that here we have consumerism, but we don't have, something as simple as water.
So coming here last week, we came to this river, and it had just been raining. So it was filled with clear, clean water. It didn't seem like there was much of an issue here, but now that we've returned here 2 weeks later...
Nothing, just absolutely no water, just shopping carts and desolation.
The drought's kind of been pushed under the rug. Places like this here in Porterville, no one really knows about them. People haven't heard about it. And more towns are becoming like this town. People are going without water, but these people are seemingly invisible. So it's still an issue, and we can't just let it be pushed under the rug like that.